Hey everybody, I thought I'd share a few things I've learned from growing some squash in raised beds, and not on a really large scale, so this may not be feasible for people growing 100 rows of squash. But for me, I have to use my space wisely. And if you look at this is a box full of squash. So some things that I do to try to keep down the spread of diseases and things like that. Just some things that I've learned. I don't know if it'll work for everybody, but when I plant my squash, I make heels for them. You can see in here, you can see some grass. You can also see that these are kind of heeled up. There's a heel in the middle, heel over there. And what this allows for is good airflow through here, because I do have let's see, there's 9 heels of squash, and it's not just one plant per heel. So not a lot of room for these, and these leaves get pretty large. These are not fully grown. So I do hill up. This is a 4x4 bed with 9 heels of squash in here. Another thing that I do is, if I see any bad looking leaves at the bottom, it won't hurt these to come in here and just trim these back some. Those don't look, that one doesn't look good. This one doesn't look good. So I get rid of them. Another thing I do is, if I start noticing this, and this is something you have to deal with, especially in these raised beds, is this powdery mildew. So what I do is I use this stuff here. You can buy it in concentrate. So I'll mix that with a little bit or a little bit of water here. I use about a half a cup or half a lid full for this size sprayer. This is a 1.5 liter sprayer, and I just soak the leaves, and I do it at night so that it has time to set out. One thing you also want to remember, well, when I mix this too, I use fresh rainwater from my rain barrel. I don't usually mix it with water from my hose. But speaking of that, when I water my squash, I don't sit here and spray them down from the top. I'll go in here with this little handy dandy sprayer. Kind of hard to do this left-handed. But I'll just water it just lightly here, right there at the base of the plant. And that'll prevent a lot of diseases from spreading. And I give it a good soaking, and that's it. You don't want to sit there and just spray and soak the leaves down, especially at night, because that's just going to be bad news. Believe me, I've done that before. So it's just a couple of tips for you. As far as fertilizing these, they don't take a whole lot. You can use some nice organic fertilizers, and they'll do just fine for you in these raised beds. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps some.